My name's Mike Rowlands. I'm the Contact Centre Senior Operations Manager here at Reed & Partnership. I've been in the business 2 years. We've used BookingLive throughout that period of time, primarily on the Restart programme, working alongside the DWP. BookingLive was brought in at the implementation of that programme initially. We use BookingLive alongside the Restart programme with the DWP, and it allows our job centre work coach partners that work in the job centres alongside the DWP to book in what is essentially a warm handover call with our contact centre team. So that means they use the platform to schedule a time and date for the call with their participant at the time, rather than them just pick up the phone for the contact centre to answer at the time. What that means for us from a contact centre perspective is we can put the appropriate planning and resource in place to make sure that we answer those calls that our work coach colleagues have prepared for us and planned for us. So what makes BookingLive unique for us is that we are able to provide an external poll that the work coach is able to access themselves. So we provide them with a login and access to the poll. So when they have their participant with them at the time, they're able to use the poll to log in and arrange their own bookings on the platform. And that's distributed broadly across all of the work coaches. So I couldn't tell you how many there were, large numbers of work coaches out there that use our service, but they all access the poll that we provide as a front end. And then separately, internally, we're able to access our side of the platform where we share our availability for them to book calls into. So we're able to provide various schedules during the course of the day with appropriate people scheduled to answer those calls when they're booked. So the platform provides access at both sides, both to our colleagues to book through using the external portal, and internally for us to provide the appropriate resources for them to book onto. So from a work coach perspective, as I say, they're able to access the external platform themselves, so they are able to fully manage their own bookings. So they can go on, they can make a new booking, they can cancel or move an existing booking, all entirely within their own platform. They don't need any input or support from us when they do that. They may occasionally have a query in terms of being able to log in or access, but we are able to access an admin toolbox function, essentially, where we're able to provide some level of support to them. For ourselves, we've got full access to the back end, where we're able to make available the resource to answer calls on any particular day. Now, if we need to make changes to that planning, we're able to log in. We can make changes during the course of a given day for the number of people that are going to be available to take those calls. What does work quite well for us actually is we're able to make bookings a week at a time. So from an efficiency perspective, where we plan usually 4, 5, 6 weeks ahead, we can book each week at a time and then make changes each week depending on any changes that happen within the operation on a day-to-day basis. The reporting provides us with some functionality on a number of different levels. So myself, my own operation, we're able to view at a glance, and we review on a daily basis the number of available resources that we've provided over the course of the 4, 5 or 6 weeks that we're planning for. Each day or each week, then we're able to view of that resource we've made available, how many calls have actually been booked, so how much of our resources has actually been utilised. Obviously, we can make planning changes based on that, either further into the future or within that period of time. At an additional level, then, what it also allows us to do, and it's something that we do share with our own senior stakeholders and externally, is the utilisation of the booking system. So of the calls that have been booked, how many of those calls actually go ahead. We're able to see which calls didn't go ahead and reach out to those work coaches in order to find out if there was a reason the call didn't go ahead, whether it was the participant couldn't attend or it was another reason. And often we can help them then get the call booked back in if that's necessary. The external portal is fully branded to Read Partnership and to the Restart program. We only have a small number of actual platform users in the sense of those levels of access, but we do utilize the different levels of access for things like people that can make bookings, people that can make changes, just to make sure that we keep that level of access secure. So only the people that we've authorized are able to make changes either to the booking schedule we've got set up, which drives the program, but also the availability that we provide 4 to 6 weeks out when we make those original bookings. I think coming from a contact center background, we see on a regular basis customers of any kind and service users trying to reach the contact center to try and get the service that they're looking for. Where this is really helpful for myself and the team in delivering the service we offer is we can provide schedules and windows of time and put resource in place to make sure we deliver the best customer journey. What that means for the work coaches and the participants is they can schedule a time and a date for a call that works for them in terms of their own schedule, knowing that that call has been scheduled and arranged based on resource that's actually available. So there's less or no issues in terms of them being able to contact the team and get the service they're looking for at the time and date that works for them. I think in terms of, as I say, coming from a contact center background, my advice and feedback on the platform in general was it's a great way to have a customer or a service user be able to schedule a call at a time and date that is going to work for them and actually allows you as a business or an operation to plan for resource to be available to answer that call. It's a challenge a lot of contact centers have and don't always have either the technology or the platform to do so. I think, for us, BookingLive helps us to plan resource at a time and date that works for our customers.